We continue our working day, and the ATO speaker, Colonel Lysenko, with information from ATO zone. Good afternoon, esteemed colleagues. Today, during the special operation of the Special Services in Transcarpathian region, Denis Gardiev was detained, who is suspected in the killing of the captain of the Security Service of Ukraine, Viktor Mandzik, on the 21st of March in Volnovakha. It's stated that Gardiev was planning to flee abroad, but he was successfully detained. President of Ukraine, Petro Poroshenko, stated that investigation of this killing is the cause of honor for the Security Service of Ukraine and for the head of the state. The operation continues, and everyone who's related to this crime will be punished. The situation in ATO zone is gradually getting stabilized. There are no facts of use of enemy's artillery and armored equipment during the last 24 hours. At the same time, the tension and armed provocations of militants continue along the whole line of delineation. Besides the eastern part of Lugansk region, the enemy is actively using mortar launches and grenade launches. Today, after the midnight, the enemy started armed provocation near Sokilniki, which is close to Bakhmutska highway. The enemy continues active aviation reconnaissance. Yesterday, 7 drones were registered near Mariupol. During the last 24 hours, and the result of military actions, we did not lose a single serviceman, only one was wounded. The militants continue to interrupt the work of to put obstacles to the work of the observers of OSCE. On the 25th of March, the members of the LNR band refused to get access for special monetary mission of OSCE in Ukraine to Perevalsk, despite the fact that the meeting with the head of the militants was approved by the head of the militants. The field commander of so-called Cossacks refused the observers to get access and aggressively demanded that they leave the territory. Besides, the OSCE observers visited 2 places where heavy weapons of illegal bands was, but militants twice refused the observers to get there. Only from this third attempt, the representatives of the mission managed to examine one of the storage facilities. All these incidents again confirmed the rude violations of Minsk agreements by militants. The president of Ukraine welcomed Kharkiv National Guard members with professional holiday. Yesterday, the President of Ukraine, Petro Poroshenko, together with the Minister of Interior and the Minister of Defense, participated in ceremonial events dedicated to the first graduation of lieutenants from the Kharkiv National Academy of National Guards of Ukraine. The anniversary of restoring the National Guards of Ukraine coincided with the first graduation from that institution. 207 graduates received diplomas, 50 with special recognition. The armed forces of Ukraine every day enhance the militant capacity of their units. The military training of mobilized servicemen continue on the basis of International Center of Peacekeeping Activities and Security named after Petros Gaidachny. They work on the tasks of medical engineering and technical training. They do exercises, different types of exercises and shooting and so on. Also, the artillerists of Mariupol had successful training in military shooting. The Ukrainian side observes Minsk agreements, and it withdrew the heavy weaponry to the defined distance from the line of delineation, but our artillerists, in case of the attempt of the offense of the militants, will be ready to give reply to the enemy. Ukrainian law enforcers detain the militants and their supporters. Today, the special unit Sokil and the servicemen of the National Guard of Ukraine conducted the special operation detaining the person who's suspected in the killing of the officer Sokol, the senior lieutenant Vitaly Mandrik, on the 23rd of February. The suspect, when he realized that he will be detained, he committed suicide. According to previous data, this person is Mykola Grinenko, who was a member of the criminal group. On the territory of Lugansk region, the counter-reconnaissance detained 2 recruiters of LNA band, the Galushonak militant who was leading the band Boroviki, were recruiting the citizens of Popasnyansky and Kreminsky district of Lugansk region to attack Ukrainian servicemen. The criminals also gave to militants the cash and drugs. During the search in their housing, the security service officers confiscated more than 300 grams of drugs, grenades, and ammunition to automatic weapons. Security service also detained the person who was preparing subversive activities in Mariupol. He was giving to the militants the information about the units of the security service of Ukraine. Also, he was received the task to help pro-Russian subversive activists to get to Berdyansk by sea and then to Mariupol. During the search of the house of the detained person, the operational officers confiscated the small arms with a big number of cartridges. Also, the anti-terrorist measures continue all over the territory of Ukraine. In Dnipropetrovsk Oblast, 4 militiamen are detained who were selling explosives and ammunition from the storage facilities of the Ministry of Interior. They were detained when they were trying to sell 400 cartridges to Makarov pistol. Our law enforcers confiscate illegal arsenals. On the 26th of March, the militiamen from Artemivsk discovered the storage of ammunition near Zaitseva. They found 2 packed anti-tank grenades RPG-18 and 6 grenades GD5. The owner of this storage is now looked for by militia. Another storage with weapons was discovered in Kramatorsk. It was hidden on the territory of one of the dacha dacha areas in this city. They found 1 grenade launcher, 390 cartridges to Kalashnikov machine gun. Ukrainian patriots help our military. Ukrainian diaspora in Belgium, together with religious organizations, presented medical vehicle to the 184th Training Center of the Academy of Land Forces. There are now mobilized servicemen who are trained in the center. Now they will have more opportunities to get fast medical assistance. On the 25th of March in Kramatorsk, the representatives of Red Cross were distributing 400 sets of food products for IDP zones. So on the 26th of March, the vehicle with humanitarian assistance came from Ovruch of Zhytomyr region. The people from Zhytomyr support the citizens of Donbass. This time the assistance was received by the Center of Compact Settlement of IDPs and Kramatorsk City Hospital number 2. After that, the vehicle moved to Slaviansk and Artemivsk, where peaceful citizens are waiting for it, as well as servicemen of one of the brigades of the armed forces of Ukraine. And now another story about Ukrainian servicemen at the front line. The senior lieutenant with the nickname Maluk, one of the most successful adjusters of fire of our artillery in ATO zone. The militants awarded a big monetary award for his elimination. Maluk eliminated more than 2,000 of fire points. And now he practically knows all the positions of militants. Ukrainian artillerists appreciate the successes of Maluk. The commander of artillery units says that thanks to the exact data of Maluk, they managed to eliminate many militants and save lives of many Ukrainian servicemen. Maluk with his friends also established a personal record, 4 minutes from giving the data to the salvo of the artillery. Of course, the efficiency is maximum. Maluk says that he is fighting not for medals and orders, but for his honor, peace, and in our country, such heroes deserve the highest state awards. That is all. Thank you.
Whether we have any questions? No questions. Thank you very much. See you tomorrow. I would like to remind you that our next